So what is trigonometry? Before that, we are going to learn something about the triangles. Okay, in the previous class you might have heard about the right angle triangles. Okay, right angle triangles. So what are right angle triangles? Right angle triangles are those triangles in which you will find a 90-degree at one of its points. Okay, so for example, this is a BC triangle. So over here, angle C is equals to 90. Okay, so this becomes a right angle triangle. Okay, this is a right angle triangle. We will use same these kinds of things in the real life scenarios. Okay, for example, you can see a boy over here. He is a very handsome boy. Okay, so what does he do? He first look at the height of this flagpole. Okay, the top of the flagpole. Okay, after that he looks at the lowest point of the flagpole, or say base of the flagpole. Okay, so over here this becomes a very imaginary right angle triangle. Okay, this becomes what? This becomes the imaginary right angle triangle. Similarly, this is what we are going to do in the trigonometry. This will become some of the applications of the trigonometry, where we use the right angle triangle in the real life situations. Okay, I will give you one more example. The more example is that this is a building. Okay, and over here there is a person, and you first look at the height of it, then base of it. This becomes a 90-degree. This is what? This is a room. Okay, over here your mother give you task to change the bulb. Okay, now what you do? You put a ladder over here. Okay, you put a ladder over here. So this becomes what? This becomes a 90-degree, and this becomes a right angle triangle. This becomes a right angle triangle. Okay, so these are some of the use of right angle triangles in an imaginary situation. Okay, similarly, I will give you a task that you are going to give me 2 examples where you use imaginary right angle triangles. Right angle triangles. Okay, like I have given you. So now we'll move ahead. So this is where the trigonometry comes into the play. This is where the trigonometry comes into the play. Okay, trigonometry. What does trigonometry tell you? So in all the above situations, there were the distance or heights which can be found using some mathematical techniques, and this is all comes under the branch of a mathematics, and that we call the trigonometry. So this is one of the very, very important branch of mathematics. Okay, this is very important branch of mathematics, and let me tell you, this is also used in physics, and most of the derivations are derived using these trigonometric identities and the ratios. Okay, so trigonometry, what does it tells you? Trigonometry comes from the tri means 3. Okay, it comes 3. Gnos, okay, it is a Greek word, and gonos means sides. And metri, it also came from a Greek word. Metron means measurement. It comes from measurement. So what is the thing with 3 sides? 3 sides is basically telling you about the triangle, and measurement is to measure the things. Okay, so over here now we are going to learn it further. So this was trigonometry. Okay, so 3 sides and measurement, and the study of the right angle triangles, finding the angles, finding the sides using the angles, the ratios of the sides using an angle. So this is basically what the trigonometry is. So what is the trigonometry? If someone asks you what is trigonometry in a very simple sentence, explain me. So trigonometry is what? trigonometry is the relation between acute angles and the sides of a triangle. Okay, so what does it tells you? It tells you the relationship between what? Relationship between the angles of a triangles and the sides of a triangle. Okay, or mostly if you want to be more correct, it actually tells you the ratio of the sides. Okay, it actually tells you the ratio of the sides to be an exact info which I want to give it to you. So you must have heard of what? You must have heard of factory, right? You must have heard of a factory. Okay, let's say this is what? Wait a minute. So this is what? This is a factory. Okay. So in factory, what you do? In factory, you put something. Let's say this is what? This is a car factory. Okay, this is what? This is a car factory. So over here, this is what? This is a car factory. Okay. So over here, if you put raw materials, from one side, like what? Rubber, iron, and what else? Copper, copper wires. Okay, and what? Other things, it will give you out a car. Okay, so for example, using iron, you make its body. With copper, with rubber, you will make its tire. With wire and other things, with the research and the development, you make other examples. Okay, iron engines you will make using rubber tires. Okay, so its output is a car. Its input are these things. Similarly in mathematics happens the same. Okay, so there are some things called what? There are something called functions, and you put angle over here, it give you ratios. Okay, you put for example 45 angle over here, you put into a function, it will give you a ratio of side. So this is basically what we're going to learn about the functions in the trigonometry. Okay, but before that, we'll first learn about what? Trigonometric ratios. We are going to learn first about the trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratio. So first let's draw a triangle. This is A, this is B, this is C, and this is a 90-degree angle, and this is an angle. Okay, so this CAB is this angle. Okay, this is what? This is an acute angle. This is what? This is an acute angle. And what is acute angle? That lies between 0 to 90 degree. Okay, you must have learned this in the previous class. So if I ask you, for example, if it would be an imaginary triangle, so this would be what? This would be the height, right? And height, if you look closely, they are facing each other, right? They are opposite to each other. So this side BC is what? BC is the side opposite to angle A. This side is opposite to angle A. Okay, and if you look closely, this side AB is very adjacent, at the very side of it. Okay, so side adjacent to angle A. And which side it is? AB. Okay, so for example, if I give you one more question similar to this thing, if I draw this triangle, okay, A, B and C, and if I draw this C over here, now the angle is over here. So what would be the opposite side of the angle C? Opposite side means this side. So over here now, AB would be the opposite side to angle C. Okay, And which one would be the adjacent side? Adjacent side would be this one. Adjacent side would be BC. Adjacent side to angle C. Okay, so this would be the thing. And what would be the AC? In the previous class, you might have heard of hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Okay, AC is hypotenuse. And over here, in this situation also, it is hypotenuse. So in the different situations, for example, if I give you a different situation, over here, if the angle is this one, so this would be the opposite side. Okay, and if I give you similar situation, if this is C, so this would be the opposite side. Okay, students make a lot of mistake over here, so learn this very carefully. The opposite side and the adjacent side. So what happens, for example, if I give you one more thing, that if I write it this manner, it is A, this is B, this is C, this is adjacent side, this is opposite side, this is hypotenuse. So is it right? If I give you a question, is this right? No. Why? Because adjacent side is this one and the opposite side is this one, which is opposite to it. Okay, which is opposite to it, which is facing to each other. Okay, so this is the thing. Now we are going to learn about the trigonometric functions. Trigonometric functions basically tell you the ratios of the sides. Okay, similarly, trigonometric ratios. What are the trigonometric ratios? So sine of A actually tells you sine of A. What does it tells you? Sine of A tells you side opposite to angle A upon hypotenuse. What is this? I didn't understand it. It tells you that, for example, if I draw this thing and this is an angle A, this is B and this is C. So side opposite to A is this thing, side opposite. And hypotenuse is what? Hypotenuse is this thing. Hypotenuse is this thing. For example, if I say that this is a triangle and this is 3, this is 4 and this is 5. Okay, this is angle 90. So what would be the sine? And this is A, this is B and this is C. So what would be sine of A? Sine A would be the opposite. Opposite to it would be this thing, BC. Upon what? Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse what? AC. And what is its value? BC's value is 3 and AC's value is 5. So sine of A is 3 by 5. Okay, sine of A is 3 by 5. And what I explained to you previously, that trigonometry is something which tells you, using angle, it tells you the ratio of the side. Over here, the angle is giving you what? Angle is giving you the ratio of the side. Okay. Similarly, there is another function, another ratio, which is cosine of A. Okay. So cosine of A, what does it tell you? It tells you side adjacent to angle A upon hypotenuse. Okay, side adjacent to angle A upon hypotenuse. Now again I will draw a triangle for you. It is A, B, C, angle A. Now you tell me which would be the adjacent side? Absolutely right. This would be the adjacent, right? So basically I can write it like this thing. that it is AB over AC. Okay. So for example, in the previous 5, 3, 4. So what would be the cosine of A? Cosine of A would be 4 by 5. Okay. Similarly, there is another trigonometric ratio which is tangent of A. Which is tangent of A. What does tangent of A tells you? Side opposite to angle A, side adjacent to angle A, which is what? Which is AB, which is what? AB upon BC. Is it right? Yes, you said it right that this is wrong. This is BC over AB, because BC is the what? Side opposite to angle A, and AB is what? Side adjacent to angle A. So now what would be the answer for this? If I write BC upon AB, and that would equals to 3 by 4. Okay, so tangent of A is 3 by 4. Now what? The same thing, that angle is giving you the ratio of the side. The angle is giving you the ratio of a side. Okay, so this is what is happening over here.